The miracle on the Sea of Galilee. That day, the Sea of Galilee was more furious than ever. The waves roared violently. The sky darkened, as if an invisible hand had covered the sun. Our small boat rocked wildly. Water continuously poured into the hull, threatening to sink us all. My fellow disciples and I, followers of our Father, Jesus Christ, struggled to row against the storm. But it was in vain. The storm was too strong. In the midst of despair, I remembered the words of my Father. He had once told me, "Have faith, and you will see the glory of God." But at this moment of life and death, my faith wavered. The boat was on the verge of being swallowed by the sea. I fell to my knees in the center of the boat. Rain and seawater lashed against my face. I closed my eyes and prayed in desperation. "Father, if you are truly listening, please save us from this storm." The moment my prayer ended, something extraordinary happened. Through the heavy rain, I saw a familiar figure. It was none other than my Father Jesus Christ walking on the water. He moved as if the surface of the sea was solid ground beneath his feet. The disciples were terrified. Someone shouted, "It's a ghost!" But I knew it was him. He was the one who had given me life. The one who had saved me from sin and despair. "Father, if it is truly you, let me walk on the water to you," I cried out. My heart burned with faith. Jesus smiled. He stretched out his hand and said, "Come, my child." I lifted my foot off the boat. I stepped onto the water. Incredibly, the sea did not swallow me. I could feel an invisible force holding me up. I had done the impossible. I was walking on water, moving toward my Father. But then, I felt the wind grow stronger. The waves rose higher. I looked down, and fear crept into my heart. At that very moment, my feet began to sink. I panicked and screamed, "Father, save me!" Jesus immediately reached out. He grasped my hand and pulled me up. His eyes were full of love, yet firm. He said, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" I lowered my head. Shame filled my heart. I had witnessed countless miracles performed by him, yet I had allowed fear to shake my faith. Father led me back to the boat. The moment he stepped in, the wind ceased. The waves calmed. A strange peace settled over the sea. The other disciples were astonished. They fell to their knees and worshipped him. "Truly, you are the Son of God." The miracle of faith. After that event, I realized something. The power of Christ was not just in the extraordinary miracles he performed. It was in the unwavering faith he instilled in us. When my faith was strong, I could walk on water. I could achieve the impossible. But when I allowed fear to take hold of me, I immediately began to sink. Father taught me, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And from that day on, I never doubted again. I knew one thing for certain. As long as I believed in him, nothing was impossible.